Hey, how's it going, everybody? If you're new here, welcome in, and if you've been here before, smash the like button on the way in. I'm Rollshambo, the connoisseur and collector of all things sharp and shiny, and if you're familiar with this specific box from Vosteed, you know that they reserve this packaging with the orange, bright orange case on the inside. They reserve this for their high-end designer and maker collaborations. And if you're wondering, well, which one is it? It's the Vosteed Valhund. And I didn't check this out immediately after they dropped. The Vosteed Valhund is one of those knives that I believe is a really, really good sleeper knife. It's one of those that's going to get the job done, that is deceptively simple and yet elegant in its execution and design. That's kind of what Reccomended is known for. Reccomended has these designs that are not wildly over the top. They're not going to be out there standing out in the crowd, but they're going to be getting the job done, and they do it really, really well. So what are we working with? We're going to talk about what does it cost? What is it made out of? What are the features? What do I like? What do I don't like? And who exactly is this for? Starting off with the price tag, these come in at $179, and your hard-earned money goes far with the Valhund. It's got an overall length coming in at about 7 inches with a 3-inch blade made entirely of CPM S35 VN. It's a CPM S35 VN on this one is going to be targeting 60 Rockwell with a plus or minus variance somewhere about 1. That means that ultimately you're probably going to be getting it at 60 Rockwell. That's pretty good for S35 VN. And moving on to these handle scales, these are pocketed and milled out contoured titanium scales. Oh, I love a good contoured titanium scale because it is so comfortable in the hand. And on this one, it also features a blind screwed 3D milled titanium pocket clip. There is no backspacer, and that helps with a bit of weight reduction. This is only going to be weighing about 2.6 ounces. I said it, 2.6 ounces. This is light. But it doesn't feel super light. On this one, it's weird because it is a smaller knife, but I get a full 4-finger grip with room to spare. And even if you have these monster hands that are bigger than mine, your pinky will probably land right about there on the slant of the end of the handle scale, meaning that you can get a nice confident grip. I'm a big fan of this blade shape. You might call that a clip point. I would say that that's actually closer to a Bowie style blade. Let's go ahead and battle that out in the comment section below. And in case you're wondering, is it fidgety? Of course. Does Vosteed ever make anything that isn't enjoyable to deploy or to put away? If they do, I haven't encountered it yet. Vosteed has been doing an absolutely killer job creating knives that are really hard to keep out of the pocket, and they're very enjoyable to carry. This one gets it done with a frame lock, and that frame lock has a very solid lockup of about 45%, maybe 40%. Yeah, it means that there's no wiggle, there's no jiggle. It's solid, it's locked up and locked out. What about the other quality of life type things? Is there any detent lash? No. In fact, the detent is really good. It's got a lot of great retention. You could shake it all you want. It's not going nowhere. Where's it going? Nowhere. It's locked up, locked out, no detent lash. And of course, it is perfectly centered. And if I lost you when I said contoured handle scales, what I mean is the natural rounding effect that happens when you 3D mill the handle scales like this. That means that we have extra meat sticking out from the handle scales that contour nicely and fit in nicely with the palm and the natural curvature of your hand. That's what lends to some really good ergonomics. Right angles and harsh angles do not. And slab style handle scales definitely have their place in the world, but I will prefer a contoured handle scale each and every time. Now, what's impressive about that is the fact that it's a lot more expensive to contour mill titanium than it is to do a regular slab style or flat plane type milling on something like titanium. So in order to get that under the $200 price range, I feel like we did sacrifice a little bit bit on the blade steel, and yet S35 VN is a really decent blade steel all around, especially under the $200 price point when you pair it with all of these features. The bearings are ceramic, and of course the detent itself is ceramic as well. There are no hot spots on this knife, and it's very comfortable, and I can't state that enough. The comfort of a knife is important because it doesn't matter how cool it looks or how awesome the materials are. If it's uncomfortable, you're not going to carry it, but this one is fully comfortable. I already know a lot of people are going to say, well, it's just too small for me. I wish they would make this, but make it bigger. I want it bigger. Make it bigger. More! Guys, I'm here to tell you that I have absolutely zero issue with this knife. It is one of those where, yes, it's a small knife, but it carries big. In the days that I carried this, I didn't feel like I was missing out on not having a bigger knife in the pocket. It never had an opportunity to tell me, oh, you know, I just don't have enough cutting edge to get through these Amazon boxes. But people will tell me until they're blue in the face, I need it bigger. Do me a favor. If you want to know if this will fit in your hand, I want you to take a tape measure, and I want you to measure from one side of your hand till the other, and that's how much handle scale you need for a full grip. On mine, it's somewhere around the realm of about 3.5 inches from one side of my fingers to the other. Just do that for me real quick and then tell me that this is too small, because honestly, I don't believe it. The deployment happens via this front flipper or these thumb studs. Now, when we talk about detent tuning is important when it comes to the deployment options, because, for example, on something like a front flipper, you want a lighter detent. The detent on here, in my opinion, is definitely tuned more towards these thumb studs because it allows you to build up pressure behind it, and then it just flicks open with authority. It's a very crisp opening, and it feels really, really nice. Reverse flick is also very good. It's a effortless motion, and you don't have too stiff of a detent. You also don't have too light of a detent. They tuned it perfectly. With the front flipper, I'm not the best front flipper guy out there, but I can tell you that front flipping this rockets it out like nobody's business. Because of that slightly heavier detent, it allows you to build up a ton of pressure behind it, and it's very easy to actuate there as well. Overall, it's really, really nice. And in case you're wondering if I missed it, no, I didn't. Yes, it has 2 T8 body screws right there. It's very, very, very simplistic. I enjoy the fact that we don't actually have Torx heads on the other side of this handle scale, because it accentuates the design language that Ray Laconico is known for. Ray Laconico is known, again, for these designs that are very simple, that are sleepers, but are ultimately extremely enjoyable while being something that just plain gets the job done. But I've talked about all the stuff that I like. What do I don't like? Well, the first thing is I'm going to represent all my friends out there who are southpaws, because there is no left-handed clip option, and that's a bit of a bummer. I understand on a contoured handle scale like this, but I would have liked to have seen some left-handed versions available for the 10% out there, because I think everyone should experience this knife. The next thing is going to be, I just kind of wish that we didn't have the billboarding on the blade, or if they had just taken that and found a way to put it right there instead. If you're going to put some billboarding on that flat, I would have rather had S35VN since it's shorter, and then put R Laconico right there in small letters, and that would have left an open and sterile blade with minimal billboarding showing. I also wish that it had a backspacer. It's not necessarily a negative, it's just kind of on my wish list. I like backspacers on knives because it helps protect the edge of the blade from other crap that's in your pockets. Crap like loose change or keys or whatever you have jingle jangling around in your regular EDC. I don't want it touching the edge of my blade. I want that blade to remain crisp and fresh and clean, so that when that Amazon package shows up, it doesn't stand a chance. There's nothing more annoying than pulling out your pocket knife, then whipping it out and finding out that it got dulled randomly by extra change or keys that were in your pocket. ahead of time. Other than that, I think that this is a fantastic sleeper design, and if you are on the fence about it, I highly recommend considering picking one of these up. They are available, and if this light blue and black color scheme is not for you, the good news is that they do have other options. They have a plain titanium with a satin blade, and then they also have a black titanium with the Dunes blade, which is kind of like their rose gold take on a finish, which is really cool and also very, very popular. For 179 bucks, I think you could do a lot worse, but at the end of the day, it kind of depends on what you think. What are your thoughts on the Vosteed and Reccomended Valhund? Is this one that you're thinking of picking up? Are you on the fence about it? Or is it going to be a pass for you? Let's discuss that in the comment section down below. Guys, if you watched the video and you enjoyed my take on this knife and you haven't done so yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button that's about to pop up in the corner. But if you just want to watch some more awesome knife and EDC content, feel free to click on one of the videos that pops up next.